Hey everyone, welcome to Mix for our 5th episode. We're glad to have you here. We're really close to Christmas, so we're going to talk about some Christmassy stuff today. So let's get started. I thought we'd talk about some Christmas movies. I feel like everyone has different opinions about those, and we sent on a poll last night asking you guys to kind of share with us what your favorite one was. And what happened was we had 4 people who said Elf, and 4 people said Christmas Vacation. And I think those are 2 solid contenders. So what do you guys think about those movies?
I don't even think it's a competition. I think Elf is the best Christmas movie of all time.
Me too. I haven't seen another one, honestly.
I have not seen Christmas Vacation. I've only seen Elf, so I have to agree with that.
See, I'm personally between the 2. I like Christmas Vacation. It's kind of a classic. There's some scenes that we have to forward through because there's literally a like naked girl scene in it.
Do I just sign a PG-13 waiver for school?
Yes, you would.
Okay. I don't think I can see it then.
The content's good. There's a few parts where he blows up and says some potty words, you know. But yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
sounds like a pretty wild movie.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, they've edited it now, so it's just like her in a bikini. So it's not even like.
Well, I mean, we have
anymore.
we have the CD version,
the uncut edition.
Yeah, they don't
Raw
edit
and
anything.
uncut.
So, I like Elf too, though. I like that it takes place in New York.
Yeah. Wait, what happens in Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, give us
like
a
a basic
synopsis.
rundown.
Okay, so basically what happens is, it's a guy and his wife, and there's 2 stories. The main one is that they both invited their parents to stay at their house for Christmas, and they're kind of stressed out about it because nobody gets along. They over exaggerate to make it one of those big family gathering things. But the other story is that he's waiting for his Christmas bonus to so he can put in a pool because he put a down payment on a pool and he wouldn't be able to cover it without the Christmas bonus. So he's extra stressed out because of it, and it's just a bunch of random stuff happens. It's
Why would he
too.
buy a pool in the dead of winter? That's
This
my
is
question.
true.
So he can start installing the pool and then have it ready for the summer
Yeah,
because it's an indoor pool.
you gotta watch the movie.
Do you guys want me to spoil it or no?
No.
Do you not want to hear it? Or,
Sure, you can
I
spoil
tell
it.
you this. So
after.
basically what happens is at the end, he has a huge emotional outburst because he gets his Christmas bonus, and instead of, it's not even money, it's just he gets enrolled into the Jelly of the Month Club, which
Yeah,
they
the
send
jelly
him
bean.
they sell him a jelly every month, so he flips out, and then
That's an exciting climax.
his one cousin actually goes and kidnaps his boss.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they talk to him, and the boss is it's one of those emotional, heartfelt scenes where they change their mind and stuff, and then he gives them a super huge bonus, and all is well, and it's fine. It's a good movie though. It's not really that cheesy. I think it's funny.
At least it was Joey and not Jam.
True.
I don't like
That's
Jam.
true.
I feel okay. How much of a difference is there between jelly and jam, though?
I think Jam has fruit chunks in it.
Yeah, it's
Jelly
like,
really?
it's like creamy peanut butter versus chunky peanut butter.
I don't like either
Like-
peanut butter, but
Okay, well,
You don't
we
like peanut
have-
butter?
I don't like peanut butter.
Peanut butter's great. I don't know.
It's I don't know. I only like a few varieties of nuts as well, and peanuts are not one of them. I like cashews; those are pretty good.
Nutella's
That's
the
about
king.
it, actually.
Nutella
One more
is the
thing. I've got
best.
my National Lampoon's Moose mug. If any of you guys know what that is.
Josh was so braced to bless me on this moose.
Yeah, I've
mugs.
got my the authentic crystal glass.
I asked
Yeah.
you guys if you wanted a moose
a light
mug,
bulb
and
on
none of
mine.
you responded, so I'm the only one who has one.
Mic testing, bro.
Well, all right. So, we got to talk about Elf too. I like Elf as well.
There's a
It's just-
second elf.
No.
That's what I thought. I was like,
No, we
let's
got-
talk about
we-
Elf too.
We need to talk about Elf as well, as in I like the movie. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I think National Lampoon Christmas Vacation is more of a classic, and I think it's better.
That's a
I
bold
mean-
statement.
I mean it's older, it's older. It's an older movie.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, that's not really a debatable fact. If it's older, it's older.
I mean, it's more of a. I'd say more of an original than a classic.
Okay, Patrick.
I agree.
I would also agree.
I think Elf is really funny too. I like that it's set in New York too, because the subway. But
Of course. Does he ever ride the subway in the movie?
he
It's been a
doesn't.
while.
But the scene where he
since I've
picks
seen it.
gum off
Oh,
the
God.
side, that's on a subway station,
I
the
gotcha.
entrance to a subway station.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's kind of sad too though, because at the end his dad freaks out, and you have to kind of sympathize with the dad too. He has no idea where any of this is coming from, and then he comes in and ruins his career. I'd be upset too, but at the same time you have to sympathize with Buddy, because
I mean, yeah. I like Elf. but I grew up watching A Christmas Story. Like, that was the big one. And, like, I know my mom had always watched it as a child, so she, like, spread that to me. And, I don't know, I really like that movie. I might actually like it more than Elf, but I think that's more of, like, sentimental reasons than actual, like, humor. But it is a funny movie. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's a little bit of an older one, so, you know.
Well, while we're on the topic of New York, I thought we'd bring back a long last segment, Train Time with Josh, while we're at it here. So today I wanted to what?
Nothing. No, keep going.
Keep going.
I wanted to talk about why there's a huge gap in some of the trains. Like, it goes from R68 and then the next train up is the R142. And you might wonder why that is, but it's because every R number is either like a maintenance train or a contract for a new train car that didn't go through. So they had like money problems, so that's why they tried to do a bunch of stuff and that didn't happen. So yeah.
Well, I stay up at night thinking about why those numbers are like they are. So thank you for telling me that.
To us.
Yeah, that was really, really valuable. I needed to hear that today.
Just a number, real quick fact: the R179 is the newest train, which it's a little confusing because the thanks. The R188 actually came out before the R179, but the next train coming out is the R211. So
R2, what's the difference with that one?
that one's going to be way different. It's going to have open gangways, meaning you can walk in between each car.
Whoa.
That sounds like a liability if you ask me.
Sounds like
Sure.
a bus.
All right, so moving back into Christmas movies, I thought we should talk about what our personal favorite movie is and why we think it. Like, out of all of them, not between Elf and Christmas Vacation, but like out of all Christmas movies.
Oh.
Okay, well, mine's A Christmas Story.
It is.
Yeah.
I might have to agree with you on that one. I really like that one, especially since it's set at Cleveland. It gives me kind of like a personal
That's
feel.
true. Hometown advantage.
Yeah.
Well, almost hometown.
Plus the leg lamp.
That
The leg lamp scenes are funny
Yeah.
too. Josh, what about you?
I don't really watch movies in general. Let alone Christmas movies. I mean, I guess I like Elf. That's the only one I've really seen. Sorry to disappoint the viewers.
I gotta
Christmas
say
spirit.
Elf, but I'm just gonna bring another movie in. Scrooged with Bill Murray. You guys seen any of that?
Seen that.
I think it's a very good movie. I
Isn't
just
he
watched
dead?
it this year. What?
Isn't Bill Murray dead?
I don't think so.
Oh, never mind.
Alive and well.
But I think
My
that's a good
mission is-
movie. Like, if you guys are watching, I think you guys should watch that movie. But Elf, I mean, I don't think it compares with any other Christmas movies.
What about? Okay, I'm gonna sound stupid for not knowing what this movie is called, but the one with Ebenezer Scrooge,
A Christmas Carol?
A Christmas Carol. Okay.
That movie's not that entertaining to me.
No, I
don't
know.
know.
I'm saying I don't like it. It's
Okay,
it scared me. Like the newer version. It's like,
That's freaked me out too.
Scrooged is a parody of that. Like, it's like
Yeah, I see. What's like the plot of that movie?
it's like, so it's a guy that's like rich. He's like Scrooge kind of, but like in the real world setting. And then like he's like a film producer, and they're making A Christmas Carol, but then he gets visited by actual ghosts. So like the story like takes place in.
So it's basically A Christmas Carol.
It's
like
basically a
modern day.
Christmas Carol, but there's like okay, it's a different story.
Okay,
line,
okay.
pretty much.
Well,
Does Home Alone count as a Christmas movie?
Yes.
oh,
yes.
okay, if that counts on Home Alone.
I think it does. Yeah.
Okay, which Home
I-
Alone do you like the best?
I like Home Alone 7.5. Just kidding. I like Home Alone 1.
I don't know. So most movies, when there's a sequel, it's worse. I actually really liked Home Alone 2.
Okay, this is gonna sound terrible, but it's been a while since I've seen the movie. Is Home Alone 2 the one? I know they all have like criminals, but like the one. How do I describe this? Where they're like breaking into his house in. I'm pretty sure that's
Home
the plot
Alone
of
1
all
is
of them.
his house. Home Alone 1 is his house. Home Alone 2 is like his uncle's house.
His
in
uncle. I
New
think it's the
York.
uncle's
Yeah.
house. Okay, then I like Home Alone 2 the most.
That's the one that takes place in New York, in like the hotel and stuff. The
Yeah,
one that
yeah,
Donald
yeah.
Trump is in.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's gotta be
Cameo?
the best
That was
one.
good.
Okay.
Now let's talk about Home Alone 3. Have any of you seen Home Alone 3?
I think
Probably.
I have, but I don't
you
remember.
don't want to. Here's what happens. So you have Home Alone 1, which is great. Home Alone 2 is great too. Home Alone 3, none of the same cast is in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's all different people. And it's not even the same plot.
Even the main actor?
No, the main actor isn't even in it.
Okay.
Home Alone 3, the kid just gets into trouble while the mom is at work. That's what it is. Like, it's not. I don't think there's even criminals in it. If there are, then
I feel
well,
like
but like,
if a movie doesn't peak in the first one, then it always peaks in the second one. Because like the third one, it's never good. Except for Star Wars Episode 3, but I won't get into that. Was a good movie. But like Toy Story 3, no good.
You didn't like Okay, this is a conversation for another time because we can talk about this forever.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so another segment I was gonna try to bring back is our food reviews, or
And
not food,
stop.
not food review. What?
food tasting.
Because we're gonna cut it with every segment, right?
No,
Yeah, let's just
Oh,
cut
we
it.
are?
We'll just do that.
you edited it from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've already cut it at this point. So yeah, just restart the game. Oh well, okay. Just pause before, and then I'll just cut it
Okay.
from the foot. We'll just do one take.
Wait, what?
We're
Oh,
just
I
gonna,
thought we
gonna
were-
pause and-
since it's not limited by the 20
Okay,
minutes.
Oh, okay.
just real quick while we're off film, Thor Ragnarok is better than Thor like this.
Okay, I didn't think
second
about
Thor.
that.
Like I was gonna
That's
say that,
true.
but you guys.
We'll talk about movies some other time.
Yeah.
Like we were starting to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What are we
Yeah.
at?
13:59, but we take off 2.5.
That's
because
actually
that was
that's
talking.
not bad.
So we did like 10 minutes.
I mean, I allotted 15, but that's fine. Okay, so I'll start with the food segment. All right, so we're also gonna try and bring back the tasting weird food segment that we did on the first episode. We haven't done that, so it's my turn to choose a food. So if you guys could close your eyes, and I'll.
Okay.
We changed the rules also, so the person bringing it in doesn't have to eat their own food, which makes it a little more dangerous for the rest of us. They could bring whatever they want.
Oh,
and,
well, I found this in my house, so.
okay.
We shouldn't
here we
trust
go.
it then.
Hold on, I haven't closed my eyes yet. Okay.
All right.
Okay, they're closed.
This isn't something too gross, and it's not slimy, okay? Because, like we said in the past, I'm against slimy. Oh, come on. Oh, work with me. This is an opening. There we go. All right, so if you guys want to hold your hands out and I'll hand you one, just kind of eat it.
I realize I'm gonna drink it.
Oh, I don't like the feeling of this. This is really thin. It has a weird
Oh, I know what
texture.
this is. I know what it is,
See, I know
Josh.
Josh.
Wait, should we eat it already?
Yes, go ahead and eat it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I like these, but Joseph's having trouble.
Is this like seaweed of some sort? Tastes like what you would have on sushi.
Patrick, what do you think?
Like seaweed?
Yeah, that's like.
Have some more.
Want some more?
Like seaweed chips?
Was it kale?
This can be. I don't think it's kale.
Is it
Oh, give me two.
It's actually not that bad at the end of it, but the initial taste.
So
was
if you guys want to open your eyes, Joseph was right. It is
It's
toasted
seaweed.
seaweed.
Okay.
It's like the stuff you see on sushi, but it's like toasted and salted.
But without
so
the good
good.
part.
This was so good.
No. As someone who grew up with Korean relatives, I had this a lot. So like I
Really?
like it a lot.
Okay.
It's almost like a potato chip in like.
It's really not that bad once you get over the
There are
initial.
some people who are absolutely repulsed by it because they think it's fishy, but after you kind of get over that after the first few bites.
I don't think I'm fine with fish.
Yeah, it's
I
very
got
hit
no
or miss.
problem
Yeah,
with it.
and the thing is, it depends on what brand you get too, because like I don't.
Guess you never miss, huh?
No. Wrong. Like there are some brands that are flavorless.
She had a boyfriend. She gonna miss ya.
That's not even how it goes.
Okay. Anyway, we digress.
All right, Joseph. Our next topic, we're going to talk about some Hallmark movies
so
today.
Let's get into it. Hallmark movies. Now, like every year, I always like to sit down with the fam, watch some Hallmark movies, have a nice time. But, you know, if you really take the time to think about it, they all kind of follow the same templates. Like, there's probably like 10 different storylines that you can have with this. So I wrote a few down here. Some of my favorites are a businessman or woman who travels to a remote town, usually happens to be their hometown, and they meet the love of their life. But then you
always a
run
good
into the
one.
problem, oh no, my business is now leaving this town, so I'm going to have to leave with it. I'm sorry, sweetie, but I'm not going to be able to stay here. But then some miracle event happens, and they end up staying at home. End of movie. Second template. A woman falls and gets amnesia. Her lover has to restore her memories through love. I really like it when they end the movie where it's like a final kiss, and then that just, all the memories flood back into the person's mind, and it's really beautiful. Hallmark's really good.
Isn't that like 50 First Dates?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know
Like
any
that-
titles, but
Yeah.
there's so many. I'll get into that.
I've seen
in
a ton of
second.
movies like that. Like, they're so cliche.
It's
It
bad.
kind of. It's
But like
kinda
they're feel good movies. Like at the end, even though they're cheesy, you kind of like them. So
I agree.
yeah, I mean, okay, here's the third one. So the woman works as a maid or some sort of like servant or whatever, and catches the eye of the main dude at the castle. Sometimes it's a castle. Like I've seen the full on like prince and Cinderella kind of story, and I don't even know where they got that, but that's a popular one. My favorite one, dead spouse storyline. So the kid basically tries to hook up his dad with the woman or whatever that comes into town. He's like, hey, and it's like Parent Trap, but like they're not divorced, so they just always end up like shoving them together in awkward moments. So it's really lead to good movies.
Quick side thing, I really like The Parent Trap. That's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
I liked it. My favorite part is when she like goes through the woods and she's like clicking those sticks trying to scare away the mountain lions that don't even exist. That was like one of my favorite parts.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen the movie, but okay, so I'll drop some facts on you about what Hallmark's doing.
Oh boy.
So they have roughly 85 million people per year watching the movies in total. And they're bringing in about $390 million in ad revenue from these movies. So, like, it makes sense. You think, they're probably spending like half of that on movie production. No. They spend $2 million for all of the movies in total. Which, if you do some quick math, that means you get $388 million in profit every year. So these people got something going. And, like, their card industry is already doing really well. They own, like, 52% of the market or something for cards. American Greetings is in second. They have, like, 21%. This is not even close. And then for comparison, like, HBO spends 10 to 15 million per episode on Game of Thrones. So they're, like, I'm sure they're profiting more, but they're not profiting more. I'm sure they're making more per episode, but the profit margin is probably even smaller.
I can't even imagine working with that much money. Like, they act like it's nothing. But we're here like, oh, I don't want to spend $15 on this. I need it. How
do you spend $15 million on one episode?
I have no idea.
Special effects shouldn't even cost that much, I wouldn't think.
I mean, the rental on a dragon's probably pretty steep.
Okay, Patrick.
Yeah, I would agree.
And so they shoot all the Hallmark movies in 3 weeks total. Like, all the movies just get done in 3 weeks. That's when you know you have a bad movie, is when you're able to shoot all the scenes for a movie in 3 weeks. Usually not a good sign.
Maybe it's just efficient.
True. Maybe. Well, I think it's really efficient because they cycle through like 15 actors in total. You see like the same guy. It's always a guy with brown hair, blue eyes, usually white, and he's like super handsome, like drop dead gorgeous, and then they just like cycle through these like blonde actresses.
Is there something you want to tell us, Joseph?
Drop dead gorgeous, huh?
Okay, moving on from that.
Always the question. Okay, continue.
And then I discovered something in my research. Almost every Hallmark movie has the word Christmas in it. Now, this might not seem too weird since they're like Christmas focused, but like, just listen to some of these titles. I wrote down maybe like 20% of the movies I found. Christmas List, Crown for Christmas, A Christmas Detour, Family for Christmas, I'm Not Ready for Christmas, The Christmas Ornament, Christmas Magic, It's Christmas Eve,
oh God,
Christmas at the Palace, A Shoe Addict's Christmas, and When Calls the Heart Christmas.
That's my favorite one.
For the last one, I don't even understand what was going on. I don't know if the creators just had like, I don't even know.
Like, is it When Calls the Heart, comma, Christmas, or
no?
When
There's
Calls
no
the
comma.
Heart Christmas?
It's just When Calls the Heart Christmas.
That makes no sense at all. I almost want to watch it now just to see what that one's
I do too.
like.
I've heard that one it's okay. I heard Shoe Addict's Christmas is actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense.
That sounds
like,
weird.
what would the plot for that game
I
be?
like read like a basic summary, and it seems like a lady's like shoe shopping, and then she gets stuck in the store after hours, and then she gets visited by a guardian angel, which is another template. Guardian angel visits from above and fixes your whole life, and then end of movie finds you a husband.
Those are chick flicks that moms watch, you know.
Honestly, true, but like I find myself enjoying them. That's the weirdest part. Is like I'm like, this is a terrible movie, but you can laugh at it in a way that makes it really enjoyable.
My mom was watching a movie. I don't think it's probably not a Hallmark movie, but it's where there's like this girl who went to some other country in Europe, and there's some sort of like Duchess of whatever who was there, and she like accidentally ran into her, and it's the same actress, and they're like, whoa, you look the same, that's so weird. And then of course they go and they're like, oh, you have a long lost sister, and this is probably her, and they're like, oh my gosh. And then they decide to like switch places for a day, so the one has to try to act like the other one, and the other one has to try to act like the other one, and it's kind of funny, but it's really not well made.
Yeah, sometimes the plots just get like weird at the end because they have to like wrap up all the loose ends, but they don't know what they're gonna do, so they just like shove everything together.
Like it was funny because this is how it started. They ran into each other. She was at some sort of baking competition, and like out of all the professional bakers there, she goes to the one amateur and goes. First of all, she's a princess, and she's heavily guarded. There were no guards around. She just goes up to one random stranger and goes, "You want to make my cake for my wedding?" How has that happened?
I mean, they have 3 weeks to make, like, a bunch of movies, but I find myself in, like, the Christmas time, these movies, they make time. Like, I enjoy them around this time, and I only watch them around this time.
I was about to say, Hallmark movies definitely just do
They
not
thrive
exist
in
to
December.
America
You want to
until
watch
you hit
feel-good
December.
movies in the feel-good season. You don't have anything going on. It's Christmas time. You spend time with your family. You just
That's
like
true.
it. You know?
But they got a good racket going on. Like, they know what they're doing. Hallmark's making bank.
I'm surprised they keep coming with new content with all these movies they've been putting out.
That's true. Like, you feel like they've reached the point that they can just recycle, like, the majority of their stuff. But, like, they had, like, 20 new movies coming out.
No,
season.
I bet you in 20 years we're going to see When Calls the Mind Christmas. Because they've run out of material. You know what I'm saying?
You
I'm
tried,
so
Josh.
sorry.
Okay, well, you know what?
Okay.
What,
well,
Josh? Tell us.
Shut up. All right.
Hey, do you want to get into your news segment today, Patrick?
Yeah, I was, like, looking around the internet, and I found this funny story that happened.
Where's the
this
kazoo?
month. What?
You don't have your
Oh, yeah, about the... So, funny story about the kazoo.
Oh, no.
Rest in peace.
What'd you
What
do to it?
happened?
So, rest in pieces, actually.
Did the dogs get to it?
The dogs did not.
Oh, really?
My,
Your sister?
nope. My,
Your mother?
nope.
Your father?
I think I actually might have smashed it. But that's another story. Okay, guys.
No, it's not.
We'll
Tell
find
us.
another
No.
kazoo. We'll
Do you want
find
me to
another-
whistle for
get
you?
into
Because I
that
can do a
story.
pretty good whistle.
Okay, so what happened was I was walking, all right, and my kazoo, of course, was in my hand. So I'm like just walking around town, like with my kazoo, like, you know how you do. And then this one guy's like, he puts a gun to my head and he's like, "Hey, give me," he's like, "Give me this kazoo." I'm like, "Bro, I can't." And so before I can give him my kazoo, I broke it. So then, but he.
Okay, great.
And he
That's a
didn't
good
shoot you
story.
after
But
that?
you
thank
want me to
God
do it?
I'm a varsity cross country athlete, so I was able to run away. But
Yeah, thank God you made it through that.
I know it was a
Okay,
it was
I'm so
tough.
happy you're here right now.
Do you want me to do a whistle for you? Because I can do a pretty sick whistle.
Yeah, just do a real quick one.
There you go.
Okay,
New
that's
segment time.
All right, well, so a 22-year-old, you know, the ideal idiot, in England, decided, hey, I want to mold my face. So he finds a microwave, he unplugs it, fills it with quickcrete cement, and then he sticks his head into it. He thought he could pull his head out, have a mold of his head, and then it'd be beautiful. What happened was he suffocated himself, and for 90 minutes people tried to rescue him, and they had to get an air tube to him for him to breathe. But, so yeah.
But he survived.
He survived.
How do you even...
I don't even understand how stupid you'd have to be, like, to do that. Like,
I mean-
well, I'll just rub oil on my face and it'll come right off.
There was an image of him. He was sitting in a chair like this, just with a microwave just on his head.
I'll
and
try
like
to find it. I'll
researchers
put it
were
in.
like cutting through, and they didn't know like where his face was, so they cut a little hole like right through here and got a little like straw almost, and like was able to get him air, but he was just like, oh man.
What I think is intriguing about that is, out of all things you could have used to as a basin to put that in, why the microwave? You
I
could have
mean,
used any
yeah.
sort of bucket, a bowl, or anything. You choose the microwave? What?
Maybe he didn't have anything, man.
Yeah, maybe he was thinking like he could plug it in and then turn it on when his head's in there, and you can like,
That's so stupid.
yeah. Well, now Josh, did you find a funny tweet?
Okay, nice transition.
That was a
Patrick.
really good transition.
Really good
Patrick.
transition.
Okay, but if we're going on stupidity, we should like cycle into
I
Josh's
mean, I
dumb
guess that
tweet.
makes sense.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Stupid action, stupid tweet.
Okay. I hope this doesn't interfere with the mic too much, but I saw a few people like this on Twitter, and is quoting a tweet that says, Kylie Jenner ties Jay-Z on Forbes' wealthiest celebrities. What?
No, then keep going. I
Kylie Jenner ties Jay-Z in Forbes' wealthiest celebrities in America list. And the person quoted it and said, the difference between black and white wealth is that black wealth has to be accumulated, while white wealth is inherited. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
What?
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of problems with this right off the bat.
That's
So
not
you-
even.
So you guys are telling me that Bill Gates and Steve Jobs managed to inherit all their wealth through
Oh.
Apple and
The political
Microsoft?
the problem is that in today's society, people try too hard to be political. Like that's not even political anymore. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
You're assuming that all black people work for their money, and then white people just get it all inherited. You
And
think?
it's not like Kylie Jenner didn't like inherit $1 billion. She has like businesses and she worked
Yeah.
for money.
I mean, I'm not saying that she worked for all of it, but
Well, yeah,
she still
but
worked
she
for
still-
some of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's just a very
That's such a broad statement. People find one example and they generalize to everything.
Yeah.
He learned in stats and psychology, correlation does not equal causation.
that was
Very
epic.
true.
That was good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of holes in the statement. If you just use some logical thought, you can basically see through
People
what's
don't
going
think
on. But
logically.
sometimes people just send out tweets and stuff without like any contemplation of what they're saying. Like,
Like Josh David's here all the time.
yeah,
I don't tweet that badly. I'm not a
I think
bad tweeter.
I think you're kind of all right. I think you have good tweets.
My tweets are good.
Yeah.
you know who has the best tweets? Our mixed Twitter account.
I forgot that we had that.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, so we usually use the Instagram, don't we?
I mean, we usually do, but
I mean,
you
we
can
could
still
use
check out our
Twitter, but
yeah.
FYI, it does exist.
yeah.
Yeah, our
Next
Instagram is
meme.
stories.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, so with Christmas coming up, you know what the greatest gift is to give people?
Oh,
no.
come on, Patrick.
Mixed
Shameless
merch.
merch plug. Yeah, get your mixed merch. We got a variety of styles: crew necks, women's tees, men's tees, unisex tees.
Underwear?
Are you okay? Did you just see yourself right there?
No.
You kept going like this
I'll
as
see
you
it
said
in post.
everything.
Well, anyway, I'm just so excited about this great merch.
It does look good though.
Do you have
I have to say,
sleeveless
it's-
crew necks?
No, we do.
We
not,
also have a-
basically a tank top. Is that what you're?
That is
We
a
also
lost
have-
market.
Hey, we also have. Don't forget, get your women's slim fit T-shirt.
Oh, I already talked
he
about
said
it.
socks.
We
Yeah,
also have that.
but no socks.
We should do
unfortunately.
socks though. I
We have
totally buy
sweatshirts
those.
too.
Yeah.
I'm a hoodie kind of type of guy. I would definitely buy. I'm better.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't.
and
talk.
the,
I'm definitely gonna buy the hoodie.
the next person to buy one gets a Google Home.
That's not
That's
true.
not
That's
true.
not true.
That's
That's
false.
just
Just kidding.
shameless plug. But thanks to our first buyer, Blake.
A big shout out to Blake for
Yeah,
being
thank you,
our
Blake.
very first
Appreciate it.
mixed
Great guy
supporter.
out there.
Thank you,
Yep.
Blake.
Appreciate
And
it.
to everyone else in the future who decides to buy merch.
Of
we
course.
thank
But Blake is the
Of
best
course.
because he showed
Yeah.
initiative and bought something first.
you. True.
True.
So
So Blake's gonna be the coolest kid walking around with it, and y'all are.
He even beat all of us. I still have to wait for my paycheck to order.
That's
But
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah. I'll be getting my merch today. So yeah, if you see us walking around the school with some cool merch, just saying.
Just ask, hey, where is it from? And Joseph will be like, oh, I don't know. Maybe you should check the mixed Instagram.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. Okay. Well.
if you buy two things, we might give it a little discount, like 5%. We'll see.
Can we do that? I don't think we can.
Yeah,
do
we can look
It'll be a
into
little
it.
cheaper.
We can look into it.
We'll try.
that. All right, that sounds good.
Okay.
All right, well, this has been fun, you guys. Thanks for following us through our 5th episode. We'll see you next time.
If
Yeah.
you're still watching, thank you so much. We love you.
We do. We appreciate all you guys,
I bet
especially.
Blake is still watching.
Oh yeah,
Blake, you're the
especially
best,
in
dude.
this Christmas season. We wish you guys Merry Christmas, of course, and Happy
Excuse me?
Hanukkah.
Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh my!
Jeez, Joseph. You're
Happy
so
Hanukkah.
insensitive.
Happy Kwanzaa.
All right.
Happy no celebration of holiday. Anything. We love you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see
Happy
you going too
winter
far.
season.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah.
See
See you
ya.
next time.
Goodbye.